I made a cattle drive to Dodge City that fall with Chisholm's outfit. We went up the Loving Trail, I think, or maybe the Goodnight Trail, I don't remember now. Maybe both of them run cattle on that trail. That was before my time. It was a good wide trail that connected with all the other trails further up. This was the time we had that tintype picture made at the end of the cattle trail in Dodge City. I bought my first horse in that country from Chisholm when I went to work for the Jones boys. He had that little roan that was wild and could run, so I bought him and paid for him out of my pay from Chisholm. I left Chisholm and worked for Maxwell a short time in Bosque Redondo. Then I went over to Frank Coe's place on the Ruidoso. While I was there, I run into Jesse Evans and Baker again. They took me to Murphy's cow camp in the Seven Rivers country. Evans and his gang stole cattle from Chisholm and some horses, too. They still had some of the horses when I went to work with them at Murphy's Seven Rivers camp that winter. They'd stolen this roan, too, but he got back to the ranch. Later on, we got into an argument about my share of the bunch of cattle we cut out, one of the horses I was supposed to get, and they welched on the deal. Baker accused me of stealing the little roan that I rode up on when I went to work with him. I told him I bought that horse from Chisholm with my own money, and I aimed to keep him, too. I did. I had both six-shooters on him when I said it, but Jesse knocked the right one down. I swung the other one over to my left hand and held it right to his ribs while I told him. He told the boys to keep still or suffer the consequences, and begged me to leave peacefully. You know, Jesse and I were nearly like brothers. We'd roamed New Mexico, Arizona, Texas, and Old Mexico together. Jesse and I argued, and I nearly killed him one day in Lincoln, but I always felt close to him. I tried to spring him from jail in Stockton one time after they killed Chapman. I almost killed Baker and Morton that time. Guess I should have done it, but I didn't. Well, after Jesse told him to keep still, I jumped on my little roan pony and rode back toward Tunstall's ranch on the Feliz. I was on my way to Coe's place. I stopped at Tunstall's to get something to eat. We always rode up to ranch houses when we got hungry. I knew some of the boys there. Dick Brewer was foreman. Beaudry had left Chisholm and went to Tunstall's. John Middleton, Doc Skurlock, Bob Weidenman, lots of the others were there, too. Dick Brewer, the foreman, was a friend of Coe. I told him I was headed back there, as I had trouble with Murphy's men. After eating that day, Tunstall said I might as well stay there with the boys, so he hired me to ride for him. That's the way I met Tunstall. John Middleton was a lot older than the rest of us. He was as mean as hell and a heavy drinker. Tom O'Folliard was about the age of Jesse Evans and me. Tom was a big feller. Jesse and me was small. Tom was good, but he liked to drink some. Charlie Beaudry was older than us. He was a good man, could shoot quick. Rudabaugh was the toughest man that I ever knew. He was older and rougher and had been through lots of trouble. I saw him in Sonora after that shooting at Maxwell where they thought they'd kill me. He was calm, not easily excited. Tom Pickett and Wilson were not bad men. I don't remember seeing them in that war up there. Skurlock wasn't a bad man. He was in the war, though. Hank Brown was from good family, but he was mean. So was Fred Waite. They left me on the cattle drive just before Skurlock or just after him. I don't remember now.
to keep listening to this audiobook. I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.